Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, fans of the sport? Fans of the boxing sport? What's happening? Man, what a fight, huh? None of us can really be too disappointed with that fight last night. That's what heavyweight boxing is supposed to be about. The AJ Usyk fight looked a little funny to me. I mean, and it was definitely commentated a certain way. I'll just leave that there for now. We'll touch on that later. But that stylistically and in every other way, that just did not look like a heavyweight fight at all. That did not look. But this one, that was blood and guts, my man. That's that old school shit that we used to see. You know, guys fighting and actually hating each other. You know, bad blood and going for it, getting up off the canvas and leaving it all in the ring. All right, I was impressed. Fury got the 11-round stoppage over Deontay Wilder, but it was action-packed the whole way through. I was really impressed with Wilder's action early. I thought he had a great fight plan early in the fight. He did not let Fury take any breaks in there. He kept the jab in his face. He kept throwing the right hand, and he kept throwing it. And he was touching him. You know, he was busy. And that's a different Wilder than we had been seeing. You know, the Wilder that we had been seeing would not be busy. He'd just sit there and wait for the one punch. No, this guy was busy. He did not let Fury take any breaks. And, you know, Fury, he mauled him on the inside and got him down first. You know, we kind of expected that, but I was just impressed the way how Wilder is almost like, okay, he got me down. It's almost like these guys knew that they were going to be hitting the canvas in this fight, and they didn't let it take them out of their zone. You know, it's like they both had been out of the ring for 2 years. So it's almost like they knew that they were going to be hitting the canvas. And, you know, he got up and went right back to work and got 2 knockdowns on Fury. Now, that first one was hellacious. Jesus, man. That first knockdown of when Wilder nailed Fury with the right, I mean, he really did punch right through him that time. And, you know, this guy Fury, man, he's a problem, man. He's 6'9", 280 pounds. He gets up, you know, he was still feeling it, because that second knockdown, I didn't really see much contact, but it looked like his legs just weren't quite under him yet from the first knockdown. So I get it, you know. But Fury, you know, Fury's he's a fighter, man. He's a fighting man. Right? I mean, it looks like he loves to box. You can see that. I mean, the guy just likes fighting. And he's just kind of a bad matchup for Wilder. It just is what it is. He's a bad matchup for Wilder. Wilder cherry picked him 3 years ago, and it didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. You know, he thought it would just be a name. Let me pull this guy out of nowhere and let me add him to my resume. But that guy was a problem. You basically created a monster. Now, you know, we have Tyson Fury, you know, WBC champion. And going forward, well, let's just stay here on the fight. Action-packed fight. It looked like Wilder gassed himself out a little bit going for that second knockdown. He was trying to get Fury out of there. But at that point, that's when your corner has to look at that clock and see, look, you don't have enough time to get him out of here. Chill out. We got to save it. You know, because after that, it looked like he didn't have too much left. You know, he was laboring around with all that extra muscle. His muscles were screaming for oxygen, you know, and that's why, you know, that's frowned upon. People don't really do that. You know, there's no need to build all that extra muscle in boxing. Now, if that's your natural body, that's just what you got, then it's fine. You know, you're used to carrying that. But if you're normally a lean, kind of a leaner muscle guy, and you come in bulked up like that, well, I mean, okay, but over the long haul, that's gonna affect you, and that's gonna definitely wear you out, especially when you got 280-pound guy draped all over your shoulders, right? So tactically, I get it. Maybe they were going for the early stoppage, but you got to look at the clock. Once you see that you have 10 seconds or so, or 20 seconds, you look at the guy, you know he's not ready to go yet. So you got to, at that point, you got to think about the rest of the fight. That said, great heart, because like I said, the guy was tired, but he kept going, you know, and he didn't show any type of quit. He behaved like a champion, like a former champion in there, Deontay Wilder, and hey, I can't do nothing but tip my hat to him. Regarding Wilder, I mean, we all know that, you know, why he got into boxing. We know that he got into boxing late and everything, and you know, I'm not one of these guys, oh, he's taking care of his family, let's give him a Nobel Peace Prize because he's taking care of his kids. I'm not that guy, you know. I don't give people roses for things that they should be doing anyway. But this guy went into boxing at 19, like out of necessity, you know, because of his daughter's condition and everything. Like, he went into boxing at 19. So think about the mindset. It's not just him going into boxing at 19. He wasn't a boxer. It's him. Think of it this way. It's him deciding, you know what? I'm going to get my ass kicked over the next few years because I'm not a boxer. I'm going to be just getting nailed and getting my ass kicked over the next few years. But I got this right hand. You know, so I have an equalizer, but I'm not going to be in here outboxing. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm going to be in here as a punching bag. I'm going to be getting hit a lot, and I'm doing this for my daughter. That is commendable to me. Okay? Putting your body, your life, taking years off of your life on the line, you know, that's awesome. So that guy, I don't think his story is done being told, his complete story. I do think we might have seen his last boxing fight. Maybe he might step back in there just so he can end his career on a win. They might, and that would be cool. I mean, I would understand that. I mean, don't fight Luis Ortiz though, bro. Okay, but I'll be okay with that, you know. But I guess I don't think we're going to be seeing much of Deontay Wilder in the ring. I think his next thing will be, you know, he seems like more of an actor, you know, so don't be surprised if you see him on the screen somewhere, or, you know, in some movie role or something like that, like out commercials or something, you know. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all. Fury has a road ahead. I know, you know, he's being crowned as the next best thing since, you know, Cassius Clay. Let's pump the brakes, okay? He's fighting Deontay Wilder, who's gonna make it. Deontay Wilder's gonna make you look good. I mean, he makes everybody he fights look good until he hits him with the right hand. That was the only difference with Fury, is that he's big enough to withstand that impact and still carry on. You know, that's the only difference, pretty much. Like, everybody, Luis Ortiz made Wilder look bad. Spilka made Wilder look bad. Like, people make Wilder look bad, and then he gets him out of there. Brazil didn't make Wilder look bad. But you know what I mean. Like, for the most part, Wilder's not gonna outbox you. You're gonna be able to hit him and score some points. So we can't put too much stock in that. Okay, this is Tyson Fury. Of course he's gonna outbox Wilder. Okay, of course that was gonna happen. But do I think he looked great in there, Fury? No, I don't. I don't think Fury looked great in there. I see places where his game has taken a step back. His legs don't look nearly as lively as they used to be. And I get it, he wasn't going in there with that game plan. He was gonna maul Wilder, so he wasn't gonna be on his toes, dancing around like he did Klitschko. He was going in there to close the distance on Wilder for the most part. And I get it, but I think we have this in today's society. We just have this rush to say, "Oh, this is the best fight ever, the best," and we just so in a rush to claim something as the best ever. And I don't agree with that. I don't think. I just think we should take these things in for what they are. If something is going to be the best ever, that will play out over time. You can't watch a fight and say this is the best ever. No, it's too fresh in your mind. Like, the novelty hasn't worn off, right? The novelty has not worn off. Like, we still remember Hagler and Hearns, Yeah, okay? Chill out. Great fight. No complaints at all. That's what heavyweight boxing is supposed to be. I hope AJ and Usyk were watching and taking notes, right? What's coming next? We're not gonna get undisputed next. Yesterday, Anthony Joshua basically made it clear that he was going in immediately for his rematch with Usyk, and I expect AJ to destroy Usyk. I really do. I expect that to happen. I don't think the first fight was on the up and up. I'll just leave it there. I don't know what I was watching, but definitely was not two guys going for it. Too many strange things happened in that fight. The final bell, but this next one, this next fight will be something to see. So Usyk, there will be no undisputed fight because we had that third fight, and I don't think Tyson will want to wait another 1 or 2 years to fight again. I think Tyson has to, especially now he's getting older, like, he has to go into another fight. And therein lies the problem. Because he's been mandated, the winner of this fight was mandated to fight my man, Dillian Whyte. Right? So that's a different conversation, isn't it? Different conversation, isn't it? Because Whyte is not Wilder. Can you crunk style bulldoze Dillian Whyte? Can you push him back? Does Dillian Whyte have small legs and small bottom half? Is Dillian Whyte, is he like, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Is Dillian Whyte, what's Dillian Whyte's nickname? What's his nickname? The Body Snatcher. That's a different matchup. And I think Fury knows that. I'm eager to see what he does and how he maneuvers his way out of this fight. Okay? But I hope he doesn't. I want to see the fight. I think Dillian Whyte has been screwed over for about 4 or 5 years now? Like, he's been getting screwed with. They tried to say he cheated, and they had to recant it and gave him back his spot, but then said he had to wait a year. Like, Dillian Whyte's been through a lot, and I think it's his time. Okay? It's not anything. I really don't have a dog in the fight, even though I do respect Dillian Whyte and what he's been through, and how he pretty much kept his mouth shut, and guys been avoiding him, except some AJ fought him, but neither one of these guys last night wanted to have anything to do with him for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason. So I think interesting times are ahead for the heavyweight division. Pump your brakes on the best ever talk, because that remains to be seen. Let's just see how the fights play out and not be fanboys. See, a fanboy will get ahead of himself and say, he's the best, this is the best ever, and they'll make everything bigger than it. What all we really need to do is take the fight in, see it for what it is. Hey, let's all just watch the fight again today. You know, like, things build up over time. Legendary fights are the ones that stand the test of time. You know, you can't take it in and instantly declare something as the best. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I'm still feeling it from last night, you know, a little hungover, whatever, but about to have some breakfast and get ready to watch my Ravens, man. Kick a little ass today. So, all right. Y'all take care. Peace.